Hey guys, we're back. We're going to watch a game that's in progress right now. We've got Mark playing Sync versus Eliot playing Geist.
And
it is awesome. And so the game's already underway, so we're just going to jump in and see what's going on. Looks like someone's running R&D.
Oh,
Geist.
Bernice Mai. A cool include.
Interesting.
On the part of Mark there.
Oh, he's seeing a lot of cards.
As we mentioned in the pregame, Sync, a very popular ID today for NBN players.
I'm trying to think, how did he access 3 cards? What on the board is let him do this? Yeah. Okay, seems like you probably did a run event, and then like you can't see it because a breaker was used in the process.
So we are looking at Eliot's deck, and he does have a Maker's Eye.
Yeah,
so
okay. So he just Makers, blanks. Looks like both players are at 0. They were actually just sitting down when we started the interview, so the game's just basically started. Just looks like Sync is making a remote, which is not normal for Sync.
That being said, against a Geist deck with fairly limited breaker use over multiple servers, a tough thing to challenge.
Does he have Levy?
Geist is running Levy, which is
good. I just want to make sure. I've seen a couple Geist lists without Levy. I'm like, why? Like, you're just like all in on the early game.
That is a tough one, indeed. You basically are one and done, quick burn.
But the Levy is so nice, like the ability, because then you have you have the tech trader ready and all that stuff. Like the second time around, it's so much fun. Just like prepaid Kate, which they took away, was so much fun the second time around.
Huge amount of value now between tech trader and technical writer.
Yeah.
Every install,
so good.
Going to be netting him a massive amount of credits. At this point, he seems content to let that remote go.
Yeah, Tech Rider is one of the most like surprisingly good cards. Like when it first was released, people didn't like it. Worlds happened last year. People were like kind of about it, but now it's seeing a lot of play.
Absolutely. You can synergize with a lot of different runner decks which are intent on installing a lot of cards.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good value. Geist with a trash on it. It just makes it so much sweeter.
Yep. Just prop starter. Draws cards.
He's going
4
big.
Cards.
There you go.
Looking for an answer. I guess he really wants to pressure that remote.
Just don't know if he's going to be able to get there in time, but at least...
That's a crowbar, right?
That is a crowbar, and he does have an auto-scriptor on the board, meaning that click...
Oh, my God.
Comes
so
right
good.
back.
Auto-scriptor is trash if you make an unsuccessful run ever?
Correct. The value there, off the charts.
Off the charts.
Loving it. So here's my question for you. Geist, known for accumulating quite a bit of link, do you think that his higher-than-average link is going to be relevant against a Sync deck?
In Sync, yeah, they'll eventually run into some ice where he can just be like, yeah, okay, I'll just walk through. Like that Turnpike is a trace 5.
Yep.
What's he at right now? Like if you can get to like 4, it's just like 1 credit. Like he doesn't need to waste a breaker on it.
That's right. Particularly something like Resistor, which is usually a bit tricky to get through.
Resistor's like what, trace 3 or something? Wow.
Trace 4,
that was a GFI?
A GFI.
Off a sense.
Ballsy play. But at that point, I don't know if Eliot had any chance of getting into that
it's a 3 server deep, and he's got what? He's still sitting on. Are those 3s or 5s? The bigger, the one that are worth.
They appear to be 3.
Yeah, so he's still sitting on a bit of money even after. So you could have defended that if you really wanted to.
Absolutely. The other thing that perhaps Mark was counting on is that Eliot might think it is an NAPD, which is nigh unstealable at this point. That being said...
Does he have 0 credits?
So he does have 4 credits.
Oh, there's a dice there. Oh, there's a dice. Okay.
I will say, though, Geist, unusual outside of maybe Nasir, for his ability to generate credits during a run and perhaps end a run with more credits than he started with.
I think Geist is a great ID. It takes a really good pilot to do it well, though.
Absolutely.
Because in Geist, more so than most criminals, like criminals always have to make tough decisions about what is the server that's most relevant right now.
Correct.
Shapers can just kind of be like, what? It's RD.
Yep.
But I think Geist also, those decisions become compounded with the fact that your breakers are limited.
Absolutely. It looks like we've got a legwork run coming in here. A quandary that is not going to be a problem for Crowbar. Charging on through.
Draw a card.
Might as well.
Gain 2 credits. Oh, so powerful.
Unbelievable value. And accessing 3 cards from
out of 3 cards or 4 cards?
5
cards. It looked like he has those packed in well.
What do we got?
The age-old question. What do you do when you roll 6? Do you roll again? Do you take 5?
I go dealer's choice when I roll a 6, and I go with my gut. He's found a breaking news.
That's a good one.
Really nice one. Sync, as we mentioned in the pre-show, can definitely abuse breaking news, especially with a res Sansan on the board.
Yeah, for sure.
Deciding to trash Bernice Mai. Interesting. One card that...
Is like 5 to trash? Or 3?
I believe it's only 3.
It's 3. It's 3. It's 3.
But the link that he has...
It kind of negates it?
Negates it. I
think it's a trace 5, though. That's why I think it's 5.
It is a trace 5. 3 to trash. Interesting. Another card that could potentially be very relevant in this matchup is Forger. The ability to avoid a tag on the fly could really mess with Sync's plans to get Geist tagged.
It opens up siphons, too, where you normally wouldn't be able to, because you just have to spend 1 click to clear. So nice.
Yep. So I actually think this is a fairly even matchup. Both players having the tools to really challenge the other and put them in uncomfortable spots.
I'm surprised there's not more R&D pressure. Let me see what his pressure. You have his list. What would his pressure be? Because it's only a single ice. Turnpike is not that, taxing.
That's right. So he does have the 2 Maker's Eye. No other form of R&D multi-access.
I never understood the Maker's Eye over RDI in this type of deck. Because you can make more... Well, are they...
He does have the same old thing, and so his ability to recur is extremely efficient.
And he draws a card afterwards, gains the money. So I guess, there's a lot of synergy there. That's
the other thing is that his Cloud Breakers allow him to make few very impactful runs, and he's not able to consistently break into R&D, which would challenge the use of RDI.
Right.
So he's gone ahead and Street Peddlered for more value.
He just siphoned. We were kind of looking down at the deck list. But he siphoned, used the Forger to pop 1, so now he's floating 1 right now. Now I think he's running the remote.
And here's the unbelievable thing. He used the Street Peddler, clickless, to install a program, which I believe will trigger Autoscriptor to give him a click mid-run just for firing a Street Peddler. Now, if that isn't
value,
unbelievable value, I don't know what is.
He's got to discard some cards here, though. Scrubber, not many assets going on. Good choice.
Extra Autoscriptor, don't necessarily need it.
I'd keep the Siphon, or not. I guess not. Dang, he's got so many good cards.
He does have a lot of money.
That's one success. Once you trash, you have to draw this card. And sometimes you're doing so much, you're running and stuff instead, and you're like, I can't play the cards.
Yep. I think keeping the Forger here is an intelligent decision. He's trashed 1. He's going to want that back online.
I think we're going to see a Maker's Eye next turn for sure.
Could definitely do it. He has the Shiv in hand.
He's sitting on 15 as well. Oh, that's so strong. Install Shiv. 4 clicks left. Maker's Eye.
Yep. So Mark has just found an AstroScript pilot program. Feeling really happy about that. Getting that.
That's rough.
Out of hand on 5.
He's basically on game point. And, not basically, definitely, because it's GFI. But, he can draw click 1, and he has a Sansan with an Astro. It's ridiculous. He has the Maker's Eye to prevent this.
Also, Fast Track, a very popular include in many NBN decks, could get him around any sort of R&D lock that Eliot might attempt to hold.
Let's check out how much we've got in terms of that. Nope, we will not have that will not happen today. They're right there. It's Fast Track.
1 Fast Track.
It can happen.
All right, so as we surmised,
anything can happen.
The
you know what that is?
Yes. The Turnpike coming in, or the Shiv rather, easy.
Maker's Eye.
There you go. Breaking news off the top.
Yummy.
Very nice.
CVS, trash it.
Trash it. And close accounts.
Why did you trash it?
Well, so CVS on top actually prevents Mark from top decking past your R&D lock.
That's true. I'm a bad player. That's why I don't see that.
Reasonable idea. But again, Fast Track, is it in hand or can he find it? Ooh, a nice Street Peddler there. The Mongoose actually could be very relevant in checking R&D every turn.
Yeah, repeatedly. Yeah, that's good.
That could be really strong for
Eliot. It's really cool. You can host those on there and just be like, when do I need a breaker? It's so cool.
And mid-run. Unbelievable.
Yeah. He's popping it now, it seems.
10 minutes called remaining in the round. This game coming down to the wire. Can Mark find the agenda in time? Eliot doing the Geist dance, finding all his pieces.
I think he popped it just so he could get a draw because he wants to get more answers because he needs something. He needs more pressure to keep pressuring that R&D.
And it does seem like Eliot, in my opinion, has made an intelligent choice in his deck design by including not just the breaking and entering suite, as it's known, but also a variety of normal breakers. So Corroder and Zoo and Mongoose.
With the amount of money he has, okay, that's a pretty. Is he going to levy now?
I'm not sure if all this setup is necessary. I
mean, he wants to levy, so he doesn't want those in his deck.
That's fair, but I'm not sure if he
has time to this.
Has time. A single draw from Mark could potentially.
Well, he's assuming that he didn't have it in hand because he would have scored off the Sanson previously.
That's fair.
And then since he saw R&D, he has a turn to wait.
That's fair.
This is his thoughts.
But
he could have some agenda that he couldn't score unless he was going to win the game with it.
That's right. An NAPD in hand, maybe. Not enough credits. Mark having to get some of those.
Oh, he's got enough credits. He's got 4.
On the previous turn.
Oh, yeah, on the previous turn.
Yes. So we will see. Eliot is set up now, feeling groovy.
He's got a Makers.
He does have a Makers. A really strong draw there off of.
Does he still have clicks? Like, he's done so much.
Well, so he does still have the Autoscriptor, which might have given him that fifth click on this turn that he so desperately needs.
He's got a Makers. No, he can't do it now. He just did it this turn.
Last click.
Well, he
don't Makers.
He could get.
Your hand, see if I can snipe out your agenda.
Okay.
Just be $1 on Zool.
Yep. Pretty efficient little run there. I don't know if he's going to be rewarded, but I think that's fair. He wants to get maximum value out of the Maker's Eye.
That's a good run. Oh, he's got a GFI in hand.
Oh, so he does. We missed that one. Click Williams draw. Jackson, not bad. Maybe worth, putting down in the remote.
Install and don't do anything with it. Make him run the remote.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Interesting play. It does put Eliot in a position of
where he has to check HQ.
Where he has to get that HQ check. Only the GF, which he discards.
Makers, click 1.
All right.
At this point, that seems like a good call.
1, 2.
Does Eliot have time for this? I have to wonder. Is he not feeling the pressure? Finding.
Is that a blank? Oh, you just saw Tech Writer.
Tech Writer, not bad. Might as well.
Makers, you're going to do it anyway.
I think he needs to. Seems important.
Seems important.
Pop it immediately.
Yep, might as well. No sense in waiting. Maximum value. All 3 Tech Traders online. That is a huge amount of econ. Geist, so happy for that card's release.
Yeah, it's so good in Geist.
All right, there you go.
What a pro player. Like the player knows. Some people just throw it in the trash.
Oh, yeah. No need to be deceptive.
Makers?
Honest and fair play.
I will.
Makers?
At this point, I would hope so.
Makers?
Makers.
And there it is. Let's see if he's rewarded. Fairly efficient run.
Use a credit. Mongoose it to face.
One on encounter with Turnpike.
Mongoose. Mongoose.
Does he take the tag here?
Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, you might just take the tag. That's actually fair.
That being said, he did see the closed accounts.
Oh, no, yeah, you don't want to see. Oh,
so
my God. Oh,
that would potentially be a
devastating. Actually, with Geist, though, it's just like, whatever. I'll pop 2 things at 6.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Again, we're in a scenario where a criminal has the potential to go tag me, and the right decision is not always clear. So use of Jackson Howard here, reducing the agenda density, shuffling up R&D. Chooses, if I'm not mistaken, to not shuffle back in the global food that is still currently in archives.
Oh, I thought he kept it in hand.
I believe he discarded it into archives and then did not shuffle it back. This is next level Mark play. That is technically the lowest you could make the agenda density in this moment with the scenario, so why not? Maybe he'll get rewarded. Let's see how that goes.
I hope he goes to 6 and then runs archives. Oh, so pro. That Raven's bad here. That's also bad for us. That's bad for us.
Oh, and the fast track third cards. Eliot can't let on, but this is crisis mode.
How can he turn that? He's got to find a way to make him shuffle. And it's probably no way. He's going to draw.
So tough. So tough.
It always matters. People ask the question, does it matter? It matters. You may not be able to trash it, but the sand does matter.
Absolutely.
People always ask the question, like, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, if I'm playing H, I'm like, it matters. In my head, I'm thinking, like, I'm screaming it, like, it matters.
Particularly in this scenario when the fast track is the answer, or the draw is the answer.
Or you draw, click 1.
Absolutely.
Wow, that dice interference with the dice pool.
All right, go ahead.
What do you do as Eliot? How do you stop that fast track? You have to, like, get him to shuffle his deck. But how?
There is always a count siphon, which seems pretty viable at this point. I don't know if that's enough.
If he's at 5, siphon him.
Yeah, that's true.
You siphon him.
Sports Hopper, huge amount of draw online, and the credits.
It's like basically free too.
Yeah,
it's just free 4 cards.
Plus the tech traders. Why wouldn't you? Oh my gosh. So he's drawn a same old thing. Seems good. Double same old thing. So a lot of flexibility here. The question is, do you go for the same old thing account siphon, same old thing legwork, same old thing maker's eye? This is where you truly see criminal pilots at work.
I don't know if you siphon here. What do you do? We know too much, though. No, we know as much as he does. He knows that he's going to lose in 2 turns if he doesn't stop this. So you wait until siphon.
Pop it immediately. Card and $3.
What are you doing with it, though? You have to tell us.
Last 2 actions to play the legwork from the trash.
He's chosen to go with legwork. Interesting decision.
I don't know about that, but we know a lot of information he doesn't know.
Well, I wonder though if
he had an agenda,
Mark
he
had
would
the last turn. Yeah, that's my.
There's only one agenda he holds in hand, which is GFI, which I thought he would, but because you've seen 1 GFI, so now you know. Because it's not any, you're not going to get an NAPD because you would have scored it.
A tough decision there, and one I ultimately don't think he's going to be that happy with.
Yeah.
At this point, I have to wonder if account siphoning might not have been more impactful.
It probably would have been, but it's hard to tell. Like sometimes you might just feel like I can win with the legwork.
Tough decisions here as we come down to the last 2 minutes of game 2
just top
of round
fast track?
2. So he mandatories. So he mandatory, then first click through fast track. So next turn.
So Eliot knows fast track is in his hand. That's one reason I think maybe you wanted to hold the same old thing because you know after he draws it, you can still same old thing make or see 3 cards.
Yep. And at this point, Mark making a wise line of play,
icing that R&D.
Shoring up R&D.
Yeah, this is going to be rough for Eliot. I don't know how he gets in there.
Yeah, you may just commit fully to a tag me existence, given that it is basically your last turn.
Install and immediately pop Sports Hopper, -3/+3. So I'll just draw 4.
Huge amount of draw from Sports Hopper. Feeling good. There's the count siphon.
It's not enough, though.
Kind of 1 turn too late. I wonder. An account siphon into trashing Sansan might have delayed for another turn.
It does. It does. That's
a tough call.
You can still top it, though. He's going to get a fresh card. If you siphon, though, you have to take Sansan.
That's very true.
What click is he on? Second?
This appears to be... Yep.
Pop it to replay Maker's Eye.
Yep, so that was 2, 3, 4. Going in.
3 credits for popping.
So he's committed. If he doesn't win here, he doesn't win, right?
He is in complete top deck mode.
Yep, let's go.
And we're on the edge of our seats. Resistor. Not a big deal for a Corroder or whatever else. Data Raven, not going to be that relevant.
At this point, I'm either going to win or lose.
Yep, might as well take the tag.
Dang. Imagine a siphon now if you saved a click.
Yeah, it's tough. He did find that siphon with the first click Sports Hopper.
Yeah, just let it fire. All right, pay 1, 2.
Turnpike, lose a cred.
Turnpike.
All right.
And that one is
The final set of accesses.
5, yeah. So for this one, I will.
At this point, I'm not sure what the debate here is. Tagging.
Shit, I'll spend $3.
If he's already tagged from the encounter effective Data Raven, might as well.
Yep.
All right. Off the top.
Keep it.
We can't win though.
Oh.
He had to hit everything.
Yep. But there you go.
That's gonna be
A
game.
consolation Astro script off the top.
Yeah.
Top deck Astro mode engaged, but unfortunately, with a
tops.
scored global food initiative, that appears to be that for Eliot. Valiantly fought, and against an NBN deck
And I'll just score it off
with this much power. There it is.
That's game.
Well played by both players.
Right within time.
Eliot putting up an excellent fight in this matchup. Very enjoyable game 2.